I'd like to call to order the town council meeting on 8/21/2025 at 7 p.m. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Brian Robertson,
Here.
Gary Shuck,
Present.
Roger Faust,
Here.
Chad Blake,
Here.
and Lindsay is not here.
First off, I need to amend the agenda under new business, personnel discussion. I will make the motion.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Public comment and concerns for anything that is not on the agenda. Please step right up to the podium.
Get the good side. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Do I need to talk louder? Louder.
Tech support is on the way.
Thank you. My name is Kathy Yeyer. I have been a Lapel resident for almost 49 years. And I wanted to say something good about our town, because you don't hear it enough, and I want the town board to know that. I've had water issues just recently, and the town, I took the water sample up. They came out that day, tested my water, and found out that we do have a little bit of an issue. They've already replaced the line in from the meter to the house because it had some lead in it. But I want you to know that they came out. They listened to me. They came out, and we're going to work to get that resolved. And I really commend the town for doing that. That guy there, I can't remember your name. Brandon, he was out, and so was a lady named Opie, and she came out also and was able to take care of it. Not only them, but our police department, that y'all hear negative about too, sorry guys. I can't say anything but good. And no, I'm not wearing rose-colored glasses. I'm just stating a fact. I am tired of seeing all the negativity, and we're the ones that need to stop it.
Oops.
All of us here at this meeting and the other meetings. Oh, we're not. Here at this meeting and other meetings, there are a lot of negative things that do go on in this town, but for the most part, everybody does a good job. And I just wanted to say, okay. Oh, that's all right, I'll yell. I just wanted you all to know how proud I am of our town. People cry, and that's fine to cry. I've lived in this town long enough, it's not a problem. And I've lived here long enough to see a lot of people come and go. This town is very good. Hopefully, we can get the water issues resolved. And the only way we're gonna do it is by notifying all of you and letting you know about it. Not get on Facebook first and fuss about it, but to let you all know that you've got to be proactive. If you're just backbiting somebody, that's not being proactive. So we need to work together as a town, as a group, to get it back together. I think we've kind of lost our common sense when COVID hit us. We all wore our masks too long and we didn't get enough oxygen to our brains. And I think that's what's going on. But everybody here in town deserves a pat on the back. You're all doing good. You're trying to do what's right for the town. It may not be right for some people, but that's just the way it is. So I just wanted to say thank you to our town for doing the good job that you do.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Go ahead.
Hi, Stephanie Evelo. I've actually been out of town for over 2 weeks, and I have not been on the Lapel chatter for over 2+ weeks probably. I just happened to look at it today. I literally just came off the airplane straight here to try to hit this meeting because I didn't want to miss the opportunity to just voice a concern. I think the town, yes, it is a fabulous town. It's the best kept secret little town in the world, I think. Although the secret's out because people keep coming and we keep growing, and that's, I think, where we're at, right? We're just in growing pains. And it's just natural for a small town. We're growing, whether we like it or not. It's growing, more people, more homes, more neighborhoods trying to come in, more builders, whatever. I really don't know what has been going on or transpiring about the water, so I guess I'm just looking for an update. I would love to know what has transpired. I've only been to a couple meetings this whole year, so I know that there was like some type of grant, a company that was hired, some type of work that was done, and just kind of where all that stands, and is it done and completed, and supposedly the water project is done? Because obviously at this point, on Facebook and wherever, people are still posting colors of water that looks like beer, looks like urine, and I'm concerned because of the health concerns, right? I mean, this affects our health, our livelihood, our entire community. You all live here too, right? I think what happens is everybody says, oh yeah, the board. I'm like, the board are community members too. We all live here. We're all drinking the same water. So I just want to bring about the concern about the water. And I mean, I don't know, I'm an 80s girl, so y'all probably remember the movie Aaron Brockovich. I don't want us to be a little town that turns into like an Aaron Brockovich or a Flint, Michigan. So that's my concern. I'm in real estate. We all love living here. And I think we need to put the water, it's like the Maslow hierarchy. So you gotta have basic needs met first, right? So water, food, shelter. So we all live in homes all around here or rent or whatever, but we've got to get the water under control for everybody's sake. So that's it. I don't know where it stands. I don't know where we need to go with it. I don't know what needs to happen with it. And I'm happy to, I know this is a smaller building, as I mentioned, I'm happy to host a town, I don't know what you want to call it, town hall, town-like meeting for people to just come and bring their concerns at our lodge. I would open up the space and volunteer our space because I think there's just enough concerns that people keep voicing it online and trying to bring it to the forefront. And when Tuscany, the neighborhood, brand new neighborhood, is having water issues, there's a concern because they have brand new pipes, brand new piping. So there's got to be something else that's going on. And so I'm just bringing it to the forefront. I'm not trying to complain. I'm trying to say we collectively, the board, the town, the community, we need to come up with what is the solution. And I don't know what the problem is. I mean, I don't know where the problem is, right? If we all knew it, we'd all already had it fixed. So anyways, that's just my question or concern. One, where do we stand on the water project? Two, what is the solution so that we can all feel healthy about drinking our water? Because the drinking water, taking showers, washing, people's appliances are having to be replaced 2 and 3 times in just a few years of living here. So, and this news is getting out. And more recently, I've had 2 people actually communicate to us. Obviously, we're in the real estate business. I've been 33 years. And 2 people have mentioned, that they were not looking at coming to Lapel because they heard we had a water issue. So that is also a concern because that affects everyone who lives here and owns a property because it could affect your home value. Not only, let alone our health. That's the first and foremost, health. So that's my concern. I just want to bring it up and say I'm open to whatever options we need to look at or consider, but we definitely need to look at something because it's still not right. It's still not right. So that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Doug. To answer your question, the water project is complete. It did not replace every main in town. And I believe it only replaced maybe a third.
I can hear
I believe maybe it only replaced a third of the mains in town. We still have a very old infrastructure. The water department has been doing spot checks 2 to 3 times a week.
I haven't looked at it currently. Has there been any issues other than the ones reported to us in those spot checks?
No, the ones that reported the brown water, a lot of them were higher in iron than what we would have at the plant, but that's to be expected once it goes through the distribution system because the infrastructure is so old. I mean, to touch on like the Tuscany thing, like yes, Tuscany has brand new water mains out there, but it travels through the old stuff to get there.
Right.
Like it doesn't travel through new pipes just to go to Tuscany. So that's the biggest thing. I mean, it's just the infrastructure is old and it's well water. We're not the only town that sees brown water. I mean, Noblesville, Pendleton, I mean, everybody, if you pull from a well, the town sees brown water. We're not the only ones. So.
But well water usually is cleaner. I lived in the country and had well water.
I can tell you on 13, it is not.
Well water is high in iron.
Yeah.
It's the state of Indiana. There's iron in the ground everywhere.
In line.
So.
So I guess what are we doing to do the infrastructure? I mean, if only 1/3, we're still 2/3 then at a mess.
Well, some of it was replaced back in like 2000, but some of it is still old, and we now have a better handle on where the old pipe is. So that's our next project. There's still a little bit to do in this project. He said the lines are done, and the treatment plant's done. There's still we've still got to find some water. There's still well project to do. And as Brandon said, working with water, no matter what town it is, they're always looking at finding water and working with the water system, as we found out with some people that are, some municipalities that are near us. So we're still looking, and we haven't quit just because this project is done. We haven't quit. And as you heard earlier, if you've got a problem, call and they can help find it, what's wrong and get it fixed. So that's what needs to happen. Just don't complain about it. Let us know. We can do something about it, or at least try to do something about it.
But I think it's in such mass quantity that it's
And I think there's a misnomer there on the mass quantity. We're not discounting when somebody has brown water, but the reports that we get at town hall don't match what gets said online. And that's the biggest issue. As this nice lady said, a report came in, they came out and checked. That's their standard procedure. Unless they have a drop dead emergency going on, they go and investigate, whether it be taking water from the house or it be taking water from the meter pit, whatever that is, they go investigate, because it could be the system got stirred up and there was some rust in it. The fire department could have been doing training and used a hydrant somewhere. It could have been any number of things, or there could be an actual isolated problem with a broken line that we don't know about until somebody reports a local problem. So that's the issue I think that she was trying to bring up, that you have to tell us, you have to come and report it. That's how we go look and find out what's wrong. All right. And we have had instances where it's been, it's clean at the street, and there's an issue somewhere between the street and the house, or in the house. Or we found, oh, there's an issue in the street. So if we don't know about it, if it's not brought to us and reported, then talking about it on Facebook is the same as doing nothing. So
right. I just think that our water source and water needs to be number one before anything else. Like, I mean, it needs to be top priority. Because, I mean, a building, the new hall, like all the other stuff, anything else spent, doesn't matter if people aren't healthy or people die from it. I mean, that's my concern. If we ever get somebody that actually has a death from something that they contract from the water, we as a community will be sued in such a way, and we're in such a critical time. Like, we shouldn't take that risk.
All water, sewer, gas is all rate driven. So what you pay in water rates, if we were to fix the entire infrastructure, when you go through and put every new main in, it's gonna make your water rates skyrocket. I don't mean by like 10 or 15%, I mean 400 or 500%. We've looked at it, and we're looking at the sewer right now as well, and it is the same issue. I have the same concerns, but at the same time, there's more people complaining about the water rates than there are about the water.
Can I ask a question?
She may.
Okay. If there is concern within the town, and I do.
Speak up.
Okay, if there is concern within the town, and I think that is obvious from Facebook, I know a lot of people don't see that as valid because it's all online, they don't come to meetings, not everybody can come to meetings. If there is concern in the town, and we're saying it's safe, and we're saying we have a procedure, and we're saying that this is normal, and we're saying that, it's not really problematic, and we'll look at it and see if it is on a case-by-case basis, what's the harm in getting a second opinion from another engineer? It's been going on now for the better part of 5 or 6 years. We're spending a ton of money to rehab that town hall. Can we not spend a little bit of money to have another engineer come in and give us a second opinion?
We have
For the
another,
sake of everyone's,
we have another engineer. We've changed engineering firms.
okay? We're
So-
still,
As I said a while ago, Christie, we have, just because this project is done,
Here, we can't, push your button.
Sorry, we just want to make sure that
you yelled at me a while ago when I had my.
You have to hold it.
There you go.
Brain means it.
Just because we got done with this project, we haven't stopped. We've been talking about this all summer. On where do we go next? What do we do next? Where do we find this? Where do we find that? Again, Brandon has been looking at 4 or 5 every week, sometimes more samples, going out there trying to find where, and they see on Facebook that, let's go out there and check in that area and see what's going on. We haven't quit looking, okay? Just because we don't talk about it at every meeting, or we don't have another project going on, doesn't mean we've quit. We're still looking at what we need to do to get the lines fixed, but again, like Brian said, there's gonna be some rate increases, because you can't put a project on like that without raising the money to pay for it. But we haven't quit looking at what we can do just in our town now to help take care of those problems.
so are there plans to use some of the profits from the sale of the gas utility to help improve that infrastructure?
Let's just say that everything's on the table.
Good to know.
Any other concerns or comments?
Can I comment on just one thing about the water real fast? About the safety concerns of the drinking water. Our water is tested daily at the plant. And then monthly, quarterly, there's so many water tests that go through that plant that all come back normal within specs. So I don't think there's any safety concern on drinking the water. Yeah, the iron's high, it makes it brown. Let it run a little bit longer and it clears up. But as far as the water being dangerous or anything like that, it's not. If it was, IDIM would be honest quick. I just had IDIM here a couple weeks ago to do a random survey of the water plant to check it out, and everything came back fine. So as far as the quality of the water and safety of the water, I have no concerns about that whatsoever.
And for the work that was done, do you have like a schematic of the town so we know like which pipes were actually replaced, so that if somebody else comes in, they would know?
We know what's been done and what hasn't been done.
Okay, could that be shared with the public?
You can look at it anytime you want. I have a big board at the office.
That shows
Shows
which
what's
ones are
been
new and which
fixed.
ones are not?
Mhm.
Because if there's like a certain area that is having more.
They brought them, we had them from the very beginning. They brought them to us in 2020 when we started this project. That's what we went off was the schematic off of That's what, it's not, if my thing's not on, it doesn't mean I'm not being recorded. So, they brought us, when we first started this water project, I was on the town council in 2020. They brought big boards and showed everybody where they are. We still have those big boards and it shows what was replaced, what hasn't been replaced, and what, they went with the biggest parts to begin with.
Right.
We had some pipes, 14th Street was one of them. It blew a hole in it every week, I think, back then. Every week we were replacing, digging holes down 14th Street. So we had to start with the worst ones first. So that's what we did.
I know we're all doing the best we can do with what we have.
Go ahead.
Alicia West, with the comments that have been made about the water, I just ponder, would it be worth, and I know it's extra work, but would it be worth to put it out on like the town Lapel update of this is the water project, these are the areas that we checked, that way people can read with their own eyes from you or Brandon or Teresa or whoever posts about the updates. This is where we checked. We're good in this area. This is where we checked, just to help. Again, you know me, I'm proactive. Just to help alleviate some of the question from our residents as to what's being done. Instead of, because I agree, setting on Facebook and complaining is no different than setting up at Woody's on the bar stool complaining. It's no different. If nobody's gonna show up and nobody's gonna be involved, then nobody needs to comment on Facebook. That's not what Facebook's for. It's not a political agenda. Do you want to be heard? Absolutely. Do we support that? Absolutely. But until every single chair in this place is filled with our residents speaking up and talking to our town council, nobody's gonna know because these people aren't on it. They don't want to see it. So come to the town council meetings and get involved, period.
And that's something we may look at, find a way. to
But in the
get that out.
meantime, that'd be excellent. My second question is, have we considered hiring someone that can do grant writing? Because I know that that would be huge for our town, not only for the parks, but for the town itself, redevelopment. Like, what can we do to get somebody to write grants and help bring funds in? The way Gary's laughing, I'm guessing somebody's already doing this.
Correct. We're already
So
on that.
where are we in that process? I'm assuming you're the grant writer by the,
I'm not the engineer, I'm not the grant writer,
okay.
but we're working with the grant writer.
I feel like if we're working with a grant writer, would that be for all across the boards? Or would that be for just specific things? Like, I realize at a national level, things have been cut for now. So what can we do to expedite funds to this town besides infrastructure?
We're working with the grant writer to get infrastructure grants. So
Right.
water, sewer, stormwater.
Okay,
So you can get $750,000
right,
for each one through the state, and
exactly,
we are working.
okay.
Specifically for the sewer right now, we're also looking at water.
And that could very well turn into working the grant for some other projects too. Parks, whatever. Main Street renovation, like Pendleton just got.
Right, exactly.
Not to discount the $750,000. The project they brought to us for the sewer is 41 million.
Right, I know, yeah.
That's,
I know it's a drop in the bucket compared to what we need done. And I also believe that helping, again, because we have an elderly community, if we could somehow do it here, do it at the lodge, do it somewhere to where if these people start recognizing, hey, your rates are gonna increase because this needs fixed, then at least we could have the engineers out. We could have the correct people put in place to make them realize that, or to help them realize, I should say, that these things need to happen in order to welcome the growth that's going to happen. It's inevitable. So I realize you don't necessarily have an answer right this second, but I would just encourage our board to consider doing a town hall. We just spoke of this last night, like a town hall for the sewer project before when the gentleman came was very helpful, and I will gladly donate my time and go door to door to hang to help spread the word. If I can help spread the word to our elderly community, I will definitely do that. But I feel like at some point, we need communication from you guys just to help alleviate the assumption, and we all know what that does, that nothing's going on. Just something to consider. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I would also volunteer if you need help going door to door, because I'm an elderly person now, I think, and I would be more than happy to get a hold of some of those elderly people and tell them, I've been to more town board meetings in the last 2 years than I've been in the last 47, if that tells you anything. Because you will listen.
Thank you.
I just have one other question. Do we have a certified water operator on staff yet?
Yep.
We do, somebody that actually works for us, not our overseeing company that we hired to train people, right? If we've actually got somebody on staff certified?
Somebody, well, I mean, they're employed by the town of Lapel. We hire, it's a company called UMAC. He's here every day.
But we don't have our own person.
We're working that there. We have 2 in classes now.
Yeah, actually, I'm part of my
Yeah.
thing during utility update. Yeah.
Well, just real quick, and you can answer this one real quick. How long does the person have to work in our facility before they can be licensed for our facility?
2 to 4 years.
So the fastest we could get somebody is 2 to 4 years.
Depending on, you can take your test, get your license, but you're considered an apprentice until you're at that plant for a certain amount of time.
At that specific plant, regardless of your experience elsewhere,
Yes.
If you already have a WT3 license, which is what we require, you can come here and work for us. That's why we've hired UMAC until we can get a certified operator here.
Gotcha.
I've taken the test twice to try to become this certified operator. It is hard.
Yeah.
It is. It's not an easy test, and it needs to be because I wouldn't want it to be an easy test with somebody
Right.
that's doing your water.
Right.
or?
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So, yeah.
Okay, presentations, we don't have any. New business. Resolution 3-2025, resolution for mileage rate reimbursement. The IRS has upped the rate.
Yes, they've upped the rate 3 cents a mile. They do every year.
2-3 cents a month?
Oh,
70.
cents a mile.
Holy
70
moly.
cents a mile?
Yeah.
And this resolution is to bring the town standards for reimbursement up to the IRS's reimbursement standards. I will entertain a motion.
I will make the motion to approve resolution 3-2025.
Second. Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Now we have resolution 4-2025, resolution to ratify the land sale. This land sale is on Lane Road next to the bridge that's been out for several years. So they can rehab the bridge. The state or Hamilton County
Hamilton County.
Oh, okay.
purchased the ground for right of way.
And it's not very much ground, but it's just, they need it for a
And
frontage.
it's a little thin strip along the road.
Mr. President, that resolution hit your inbox about 6:15 this evening. It is, as you mentioned, a resolution for 2025. It's for the amount of $4,500 for the, what could just only be described as a very small parcel of real property you just talked about. The resolution could be adopted by title only. It makes the findings that the town council has the authority to pass this. It's for a municipal purpose with Hamilton County, which cites the Indiana Code for transfers between governmental entities, 36-1-11-8. And this simply ratifies the decision that's made to sell the property for $4,500 to Hamilton County. And the Hamilton County Board of Commissioners will pass a substantially identical resolution at one of their upcoming meetings, which will finalize the deal and allow title to pass.
Anyone have any questions? Okay,
I didn't catch where you said the land is at, but it's on.
It's on we own some ground out on the county line, which is just south of 32, and it's right at where that bridge fell in 3 years ago. They're finally putting some plans together to rebuild that bridge, and in their plans, they need this very small parcel of land on the north side, on the east side of the thing, north side of the creek, to facilitate their approach to that bridge. They're gonna widen it and whatever.
Thanks.
will entertain a motion to approve resolution 4-2025.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Next, the fire territory representative. If any of you don't know, the fire merger was approved. We will be merging with South Madison Fire Territory. And we need to elect a representative for that fire territory.
For those of you who don't know, it was proposed last year that the 4 towns in southern Madison County, Marklettville, Pendleton, Ingalls, and Lapel, and the 4 townships, Adams, Fall Creek, Green, and Stony Creek, all go together to expand the existing South Madison Fire Territory to include all of those entities. It was held up for a little bit, but it was approved by the DLGF. Therefore, we're going forward with it, and we have to, as Brian said, we have to elect a representative for the new fire territory.
I would nominate Gary Shuck. Does anybody else want to nominate anyone? Okay. I will entertain a motion to make Gary Shuck the fire territory representative for the town of Lapel.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Dan Cutshaw, professional service agreement.
Good evening, Dan Cutshaw with CDS Engineers. What I've got before you are 2 contracts. One of them is basically a retainer contract. And what that is, it allows me to help you with the gas utility, the water wells, things like that. I've been working a little bit with Brandon here. Also helps with some plan review that we've been doing. The second one is sanitary sewer rehab, as we've talked before in the past. We're going to probably try to get, we're gonna line most of the sanitary sewers in the town where there's bad leaks. We've already done a flow study. We're gonna buy some time before you have to spend that $41 million and get into a problem capacity. So that's the big thing. We're gonna spend a little money to try to get that pushed out. for at least a couple years.
Anyone on the board have any questions? Master service agreement is based an hourly base.
It's hourly based and basically the retainer that, for me to help with gas and what Brandon's doing.
And the other one is that I see there's lump sums in it. These are the lump sums that we had with the former company you worked for.
Yep.
Yep.
Has our legal team looked this over?
Yes, I looked it over today, and I don't have any issues with it from the town's perspective.
I entertain a motion to accept the master service agreement.
I'll move to make that motion.
I'll second.
I did it now.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
I would entertain a motion for task order A, statement of work, 2026 sanitary sewer rehabilitation.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. On the agenda, there's quotes for professional services for merger. We have not received those quotes yet, so we will stricken that. Right-of-way permits. There are several. Brandon, you've looked these over.
Yes.
And comments, concerns on them?
You want to start with one of them or?
Whichever one you'd like to start with.
Start with the big one. The big one was the Comcast permit. I think it was almost 60,000 feet of underground fiber that they wanted more in town. 399 pedestals. You know, those are the things that stick up out of the ground. I think in my opinion, for this year, that's a lot. I think we should hold off until next year, maybe reapply next year and see where we're at. If you guys don't know, when we have a big task like this come in and want to put internet, it's a lot of manpower from the town side. I mean, it's days of locating and having people out there watching as they cross our utilities and stuff like that. I think just, in my opinion, for a project this big, I think this year is just not the time to do it.
You, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. My name's Nikki. I'm manager of government affairs for Comcast. So I will answer any questions you guys have and address the pedestals. So for the design here, all of our pedestals are in rear easements. They will not be in front yards. It will not be an eyesore or anything like that. There'll also be a mixed bag there'll be small pedestals. And in some cases, we'll have the larger OTEs, which will support more homes and they'll be farther apart. So I just wanted to add that in.
So the pedestals are for wireless?
No.
It's for our fiber.
I know, I meant, it's just where they join you together?
Junction for them to go from there to the houses.
Yes.
Okay. And Brandon, it says in there from 24 inches to 60 inches deep.
Yeah, which would be right in line about where our utility depth is. So
Yes.
that's why I said it's a lot of man hours.
Is there any way they can keep that at 24 inches?
So unfortunately, I'm not construction, right? So I didn't assume that anything was gonna be approved on the spot
Well-
today. But I can take it back with me
And I think Brandon is correct, and because you're gonna have somebody out there doing the locates,
Mhm.
and then somebody watching. So we're gonna have a lot of man hours tied up in this, which may or may not be taken care of by the permit. Plus the fact that how How many days were they gonna take to do this?
It all depends on when permits get signed and back. We usually start the very next week on construction. I've seen them go from 2 weeks to a month. It's hard to tell where we're at in the process right now to give a completion date. Every single passing in Lapel is attached to a grant, of course. So there are deadlines that we have to meet for the state as well.
Well, of course, as you guys know, we just went through a project where boring, and all we did was fix stuff, but they kept running through it. That's why I'd like to keep this at 24 inches, which would be above most, or should be above most of the water and the laterals and gas line. But I know that's a lot of stuff to put in the ground in a month. 55,000 feet. So you'll have more than one contractor running at the
So
same
there'll
time?
be a team here. I'm not sure which business partner in construction will be here. Again, I'm just government affairs, so, I just wanted to make sure everyone saw my face. But I can get it back to you.
I think I would like to continue this one, do a little more research on this, get a little more information.
I'm good with that.
Study exactly where it's going.
There should be, our route should have been submitted with the permits.
Right, yes, that's what I'm saying, study exactly where it's. Go out and.
Well, it gives her time to go back and check on the depth.
Yeah,
37 pages of blueprints,
might take a day or two to go through that.
yes.
I would make a motion to table this one, this permit.
A second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad,
Yes.
Who would I reach out to once I get all this information about the debt and the construction?
You want to be the contact person on that, Brandon, or you,
I can be, yeah, that's fine.
like, you don't have anything else to do?
Right.
Yeah.
I can give you a little card.
He's a big guy.
I'll take it now.
Good start then.
Thanks for seeing me.
She's going.
You wanna do the on-ramp right away permit now, Brandon?
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
On-ramp, I think they were permit, they wanted to cut across the park, parking lot, because they can't hang their fiber on the poles.
Okay, which parking lot?
Woodward Park on Vine Street.
So they're gonna cut
They're gonna
across
cut
Vine?
the asphalt and plow in their line from basically the house, a couple houses down.
It's 1417 Vine, just to the north of that,
Yes,
and then across the two entrances of the park, and just to the north where Vine Street turns to the east and makes its little cut. Where the existing, hut is for the coaxial plant, the fiber optic for several years.
Oh, yeah.
Would that go through the utility easement? Because there is no road easement from Busby to the park.
There's no easement where?
There is no road easement on Vine Street from Conrad to the park. That was
But
annexed
you're
from the
going north,
county.
he said he was going north of
It'd be
14.
on the west side of Vine Street, north of 1417 driveway. There's a Duke pole there where we put an underground or a
That's
handhole.
north of you.
Yeah,
Be a handhole there, and then we would, just micro trench directly north about 550 feet
And repair it.
and repair it, of course, restore it to Tappan's, standards.
so just through the park parking lot, coming up at that, okay.
Just across the two entrances
Yeah,
there.
two entrances and along the edge there.
Along the edge of the park, yeah, we're basically gonna bypass some Duke poles, which are rotten and need
No kidding.
replaced.
that one I didn't see a problem with, as
Yeah.
long as the parking lot.
How deep are you going, how deep are you going?
We can stay at 24 inches.
There you go.
So, yeah, as long as the entrance is the drive.
That's a good idea.
And, of course, 811 locates called in, and then our utilities pothole. I have a big, sometimes when these people come in to plow, they say, hey, we're only going 24 inches. If I dig down 24 inches and then go 2 foot on either side, am I good? No, I want you to see my utility
Absolutely.
before you go across it.
Yeah, we're used to that
that's-
standard.
yeah,
We've
that's-
done some underground stuff through downtown
Yeah.
Knoxville recently, and you gotta watch it pass, so.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. But yeah, I didn't see an issue with that.
I would make a motion then to okay the on-ramp application with the specifications that Brandon spoke about.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm not seeing it.
There's one more, right?
Actually, a fourth.
Huh?
Yeah. I'll speak of that in a minute.
Yeah. Where is the third one?
It's the one for Myrtle Drive.
Oh,
Oh dear.
we have a.
There's a homeowner on Myrtle Drive and they need to go through our right of way to run it to their house.
And this is Brightspeed.
I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, here's where they're wanting to do here.
that's, yes.
Yeah, they want to
Right.
go under the spillway to the pond, down the pond.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. You're talking about
So,
this.
yeah. I have a
Um,
couple concerns, especially after talking to Gary about it, because it's close to that pond, and we have a forced sewer main that comes off of that from the additions,
yeah, there's a
Force
force
sewer.
main in there. I think there's some fiber optic in there too.
which we.
And are you ready for this? That is a regulated drain. The Hiram Fisher drain right there, which technically should, and I know someone could speak to this a lot better than I, should need an approval from the drainage board to go underneath a regulated drain. Correct? Get the proper
That's
depth.
correct.
So I would say refer them to get that recommendation from the county, and then I don't see a problem with that. We check our location on all our stuff to see if there's enough room to do that. Sorry about it.
So we will table this one,
Yes.
making them up.
I will make a motion to table this report. Oops. Is that a no?
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a fourth one, so, Smokies, and I think I'm just gonna let Brandon explain this one to you too, because he went and met with them yesterday. So I'll let him talk about their sewer.
So yeah, Smokies is having issues with their sewer, not backing up, but not flowing as it should. They hired a plumber to come in and camera it. They got about 100 foot out the back door, and they can tell where it's starting to collapse. That 100 foot out the back door is underneath Brightspeed's building. So the lateral's running underneath Brightspeed's building. So he wants to come off the back into our right of way in the alley, come out to 8th Street, and then where Cooley fixed that
Yeah.
sewer main there, where Sega bored through it.
Uh-huh.
They want to tap into it right there. So essentially, they're going to be cutting up a piece of the road that's already been repaired once. So I don't see an issue with that as long as they repair it back to the way that it is now. My biggest issue with that is there are a lot of utilities back there. There's
Yes.
gas, water, and sewer. He got with me and asked me if the town would be willing to help with the back truck locate those. And I said that I would be more than happy to come locate the crossings of our water main and gas main so that he doesn't,
Right.
just due diligence on our part. But I can't be out there all day finding all the other stuff, because we know there's other stuff there. I mean, there's a rice mill building there, there's probably fiber optic lines, all that stuff. But as long as Ben plans to stay where he showed me, I think we'll be all right. But then it's just gonna take a little bit of coordination between the town and the plumber to get Smokies up and running like they need to be.
Open trenching, correct?
Yeah, they don't bore or nothing like that. It'll all be open trench, so.
May I speak?
Mhm.
I did also talk to Jake Burgess today, and he told me he may get a second opinion as well. He's the owner of Smoky.
I think it's like a 6 or 7 opinion at this point, like how many plumbers I've talked to.
Okay, that's what he told me today.
It's been quite a bit. It's been-
Okay.
So we need to
Go ahead.
go ahead and approve this, or is he gonna wait and get another opinion and?
I was taking it to the council.
I would say go
He's
ahead
fine
and
with it.
approve it in case Fall Creek is the one that is awarded the job. That way Fall Creek Plumbing has all the ducks in a row.
Entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Yeah.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Moving on to updates to the employee handbook. Lucy, you worked on this.
So our handbook's been kind of up in arms for a couple years. There was a new addition that needed to be made. It went into effect July 1st. So in that going on, I got a hold of Kathy from HR who done our handbook last time. She, after discussing with her, our salary ordinance needed to match the handbook. So she went through the salary ordinance, went through the handbook, and has made the handbook match the salary ordinance and added the new thing. The only thing I didn't get a chance to talk to her about was a take-home vehicle that Brandon had asked about last month at the meeting. That was my bad. I forgot to talk to her about it too. But I also knew that you guys hadn't voted on that. I can get a hold of her. If you decide, yes, you want him to do that, then I can get a hold of her tomorrow. It won't be much, she said, for her to add that into the handbook and finalize it. So,
We could do this addition, and then do that one next month.
no, you can do that
now.
and approve to add it to the
That's fine.
handbook, so.
She can fix the handbook.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would make a motion to approve the current changes to the employee handbook, and in addition, give the lead foreman access to take home a town vehicle.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad,
Yes.
Moving on, I hope I don't butcher your last name.
That's good.
Robbie Castetter. Is he present?
he's not here.
Okay, we're moving
Well,
on.
that was easy.
Yep. Personnel discussion. We have an officer that's been put on unpaid administrative leave, and we have to vote to continue that leave, unpaid or paid, until his requested hearing. So I will make a motion that Officer Montgomery stays on unpaid administrative leave until his safety hearing.
I will second that motion.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad,
Yes.
There's no old business. At this time, I would like to close the regular town council meeting and open a public hearing for the Lapel UDO concerning the floodplain management. You're up.
Hi, everyone. I'm Marcellus Johnson. I'm the planning administrator for the town of Lapel. A couple of months ago, we embarked on a task of updating the ordinances for floodplain management for the town of Lapel to comply with new updates from the state of Indiana in order to maintain our good standing within a flood management program run by IDNR. This is the culmination of that process. I worked with a representative of IDNR to draft code that matches their standards. They've approved that code. It has gone to the Planning Commission a couple of months ago, I think, and they granted a favorable recommendation to these updates. And so now it is here before you all to complete or to adopt these changes. I provided a few exhibits. The most important one being Exhibit A, which shows all the language the new language that is to be adopted. The other exhibits. Exhibit B shows the model ordinance that these ordinances were drafted to sort of match. And then Exhibit C through G show the red lines. So that shows what the old ordinance was and what the changes that are being proposed are.
Essentially, the state mandated we do this.
Yes.
And this
We
is,
really didn't have a choice.
right, and this will also help the residents get flood insurance, correct?
Yes. Yes.
You have to have a updated floodplain management plan to help those folks with their flood insurance. That wanted flood insurance.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. If anyone has any comments.
Questions?
I have a question. Are we going to know if we're in a floodplain? Are you gonna have it mapped out to show what residences are in that floodplain?
Yes, the floodplain is already mapped, and these updates do not change the location of the floodplain or make any changes to that map. It is changes to the regulations around developing the floodplain and that kind of thing.
For anyone that wants to know if you are in a floodplain, if you go to the Madison County GIS mapping online, they have a map and you can turn on the layer that says floodplain and it lights it up real bright for you to see everything. So it's the Madison County, you'd have to Google it. I don't know the site off the top of my head, but it's Madison County, Indiana GIS mapping.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Just a question, what does UDO stand for?
Unified Development Ordinance.
Okay, no one else have any comments or questions? I will now close the public hearing and resume the regular town council meeting. Does anyone on council have any questions? I'd entertain a motion to approve the new floodplain management.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Department reports. We'll start with the police.
Alright, so I'm saying, real quick, and Officer Jackson has completed his field training. He's been released solo patrol just in time. He departs for the academy. September 2nd is his first day. Officer Nevins and Officer Lee's completed, it's called A-RIDE, Advanced Roadside Impaired Driving Enforcement Training. Basically what it is it goes above and beyond what our standardized field training or standardized field sobriety test. This gives us a little bit of better training on impaired driving, observation, clues. It's actually a really, really good school, and good news was it was free. Vehicles, you can see the vehicles. We've responded to 549 calls for service this month. Obviously been a busy month, nice warm weather. We did file 20 criminal charges a month. Out of those 20, we've had again an uptake in intoxicated drivers. We've had 8 charges for operating while intoxicated filed for the month. So that was a PD update. You've got the forms there. Couple things I wanted to bring up. I've mentioned to my council liaison, I'm just making aware, I'm not needing a vote, just letting you know what's going on. We have 4 or 5 vests this year we have to purchase, depending upon personnel matters. Normally we apply for a DOJ grant. That grant usually opens up in April. I've contacted them every couple months. It's not open. I've asked if that grant was one of the grants that got cut. They are unable to provide that. They do not know. All they know is it's not open. I'm going to tell you now, as late as we are in the year, that grant is not going to open. What that grant basically does is it splits the cost of the new vest 50-50 with the department, with the town. With that being said, obviously my budget's not built for that. We'll have to do some discussions and figure out where we go for those vests. We are getting quotes. I would have presented it to you tonight, but I'm still having one quote that's outstanding getting back to me. Just know that we're looking probably anywhere from a rough estimate, don't hold me to the cost, rough estimate is either 1,000 to 1,500 per vest. What that vest includes is the vest, the outer carrier, and that's really it. We can transfer our outer supplies, our holsters and all that to be transferred from vest to vest. We've got to the point where we split them now, so we didn't just, luckily I did that a few years ago. We're not buying 14 new vests every single year. So every year we're going to have to buy anywhere from 3 to 5 vests. This year just happens to be a good year, 4 or 5. With that back in mind, I'll get the quotes. And we may have to do that sidebar a different route because those orders will have to be made. Again, we've had discussion before, vests do not expire. There is a warranty period by a manufacturer. Those vests will continue after that. They have to be inspected. We've inspected them, our vests are good. However, this is the year to purchase vests. Vests went in October of the month of service, so we're there now and depends on who and what manufacturer. Some of them told me they could be here as early as 9 to 10 weeks. Some of them say 4 or 5 months. It also depends on who we go with, where it gets here. So we may have to make that order relatively quickly once we get that cost. Another thing that I'd like to bring up, just put in your mind, obviously winter's coming, so it won't be as big as a problem in winter, but I'd like to be prepared for next summer. We are seeing a huge influx, particularly in juveniles, driving the e-bikes and the e-scooters. We do not have an ordinance covering that. I'd like to submit to the council that we start thinking about creating an ordinance specifically for those items. I know some other towns, some of the news networks, I get inter-police networks. It's become a huge problem in a lot of towns. You get a 10-year-old that's on an e-scooter. Well, some of those things will do almost 20 miles an hour. And parents are just letting them go willy-nilly. There's no helmets, there's nothing there. The state was even a little slow in getting state statutes up to speed on it because it was such a, nobody's seen them. Now we're just saturated with them. So please put that in your mind. We can work together, come up with it, but I think it's something we definitely need to have for the safety of the children. So we need to make sure we keep everybody safe, including the children. So I think that's a big, big important deal. Any questions for me?
Do we know, are there any like youth safety classes that can be put on for the kids that ride those? You know, makes it how to actually drive and not just zigzag and yeah, things like that. Because I think that's the biggest issue I've seen. You know, I've almost ran over a couple because there's no regard for anything related to traffic law.
Outside sources I am not aware of. I'm not saying that there's not. I am not aware of any type of training. Internally, can we put it on? We can put it on. Of course, again, it's going to need participation from the parents and getting the children here.
Maybe check with
luck at some of those things in the past, some we haven't.
have our SRO check with the school, see if there's something they might want to team up with on that.
So if we can create an ordinance first, and then we can create a class to teach that ordinance.
Yep.
Also, I'd like to just publicly announce, there is not all here, but there might be some online. We have a huge donation of bike helmets from NDOT. If you know a child who needs a bike helmet, if it's a financial problem or just a problem, hey, we need one, please reach out to us. We have quite a few, quickly approaching probably at least 100 helmets that we would like to try to hand out. Yeah,
There is a gentleman that works at the Baptist church and gives away bikes to our community. His name's Alex Siebold, and he does a lot of community outreach. That is his calling, and he refurbishes bikes and he gives them away to our community, like 200 and 300 bikes at a time. He'll let everybody know when he's going to be at the Baptist church. So you might reach out to them and try and get a hold of him. I know he's available on Facebook, but you might reach out to the Baptist church and see if they have a contact. But that might be a good thing to think about whenever they're giving a bike away, to give those helmets away.
It could be, and if you're not aware, we actually have a program within the police department. We partner with Badges for Life. Matter of fact, we couldn't give bikes away this year. All you have to do is reach out. Some of it is online. It's through Badges for Life. It's sponsored by the police department, not a monetary sponsor, but we sponsor. We have events throughout the year. At the end of the year, it's actually May, not the end of the year, but it's the end of the period of raising funds. We, as well as the Stony Creek Fire Department, we put on events on out throughout the year, golf events, bowling events, and we're looking to get some more. But every year, if you've never heard of the Hoosier Burn Camp, it's a fabulous organization. Every year we donate about $10,000 to the Hoosier Burn Camp. Part of that other side of the organization that Badges for Life does is they also do bikes. We give bikes to kids. We work with the school trying to get it, and we give helmets out there. We've given out helmets and bikes to everybody that reached out to us. We need more. It doesn't have to be kids. If you're an adult, we have large sizes as well. If you're an adult that needs a helmet, by all means, come see us. We've got some help.
Awesome.
Pink flower in it.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Planning. That is me, but I was unable to attend last week. Can you give us a quick rundown?
Yes, so main thing from planning last week was we had a public hearing for Harbor Homes, who submitted their PUD application from a couple of months ago with some improvements. The Plan Commission voted an unfavorable recommendation to Town Council on that application. So the plan is for it to be heard here at Town Council next month.
Can you, or would you be able to comment on some of the things that were unfavorable with the project? Because
Yes, yeah, so, There were concerns about the impact on utilities. There were some concerns about, I think that was like kind of the main concern was the utilities. There were some concerns about some of the plan commissioners expressed some concerns about the price point and the quality at that price point of the homes. And there were some concerns kind of about the integration with Woodward Park versus like how much the developer would be contributing to any improvements in the park versus a private amenity in their community.
They were asking for reduced architectural standards from ours. They were asking for reduced lot size, and they were asking for reduced green space.
How many homes were they talking about now?
72,
On 26.5 acres?
close to 25, I think, but yes.
Ooh.
So that will be brought next month, correct?
Yes.
Utilities.
I got a little bit, so I'll try to go fast. So I got a quote for another skid of water meters. If you remember, I think we ordered the skid back in March. It was 144 meters. We're almost through that skid. So I would like to get another 144. I think we can order it now. I can have another 100 put in before winter time, before we have to stop opening the meter lift when it gets cold. So, but we're getting close to, I don't know, how many we got left?
We have, right around 500 census meters left. When I first come in the office, we were at 758. Most of those have been put in this year.
This year, yeah, we've done really well putting meters in this year.
Which what that basically means, we're running 2 different meters, so we got 2 different meter readers, we got 2 different softwares. We're paying $3,600 a year just for the census software. So once we get switched all the way over to Neptune, we won't have to pay that anymore. We won't have to do everything twice because you're doing it with 2 different meter readers. So
This is a comparable price of what we got before.
Yeah, I want to say it almost looked a little cheaper.
I think it was a little bit cheaper.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked a little cheaper to me, maybe 2,000 or 3,000.
Motion to buy a skid.
Second.
Messing around.
That's just a skid, by the way, not the meter.
Like this is just a skid.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
All right, and then I had, I think Teresa sent you guys all out, I wrote a proposal about getting rid of our fluoride that we add to the drinking water at our water plant. There's not many towns that add fluoride anymore. We're one of the few. I talked to Dan about it. I've talked to IDEM about it, Neil, I've talked to Troy. It's kind of one of those things that's kind of being phased out. So the state wants a 0.7 milligrams per liter of fluoride in drinking water. Our wells produce a 0.4 naturally. So we're not far off from what the state recommends anyways. My biggest thing with it is the cost to operate everything. And then it's just, every time IDEM shows up, they say, you guys still pump fluoride? We're like, yeah, and they're like, why? And we just always have.
And correct me if I'm wrong, fluoride is a very dangerous chemical when it's not mixed in water.
The fact that I have a container at the water plant that has skull and crossbones on it really concerns me. So it's one of those things I would like to see just us get rid of.
Have you done how much it's gonna save us if we get rid of it?
No, because I couldn't tell you the last time we bought fluoride. Because it comes in, I mean, it's a huge, 55 gallon container. And like I said, we only put in 3 milligrams per liter. So we probably don't go through one maybe every 2 years.
Yeah.
It's more on the side of the pumps that run it, the water usage to put it in. It's not the fluoride itself, it's the mechanical part behind it.
The pumps almost run 24/7.
Yeah.
It's like a little piston pump. A lot of energy.
I'll entertain a motion.
Well, a quick question.
Okay.
If the fluoride that occurs naturally in our wells, if there were to be an issue there, what would we have to do then to be at the recommended level?
So the state doesn't have a recommended level. Item doesn't require us to pump fluoride. There's no requirement for it. It makes the health department happy. Back in the day, fluoride was in a lot of like poverty towns because not everybody went to the dentist and stuff. But nowadays, there's fluoride in so much things, and a lot of people go to the dentist, stuff like that. It's just one of those things that's kind of being phased out.
Any more questions? I will make a motion to disband the use of fluoride in our water.
Second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
All right, next thing, 404 Woodward Street, as I was driving around, has a sidewalk that is basically gone. I don't know if you got in the picture that I took of it. It's where there's a tow truck operator that lives at that address, and I don't necessarily know if he parks on the sidewalk, but he drives on the sidewalk to his parking spot.
Sure, it looks like it.
My question was, do we want to put this on the homeowner to be replaced, or does the town want to replace it? It needs to be done, but I just need to know who the financial responsibility goes to.
There's a lot of places in town that have stone parking areas between the road and the sidewalk.
Yes, and it does. It has a stone easement in between the road and sidewalk. But you can see in the pictures all the tire tracks that go through the mud that is where the sidewalk used to be.
Mhm.
Well, partially is, I guess.
Anybody have any thoughts on this?
I think we probably need to send a letter, because if we spend the money to fix the sidewalk, which I'm guessing the sidewalk wasn't in perfect condition before he started parking on it. But I would hate for us to spend the money to fix it just to have it instantly destroyed again.
And that was my thing was, I've been going around trying to get the sections, because, all through town, there's small sections of sidewalk that need replaced. So I've been trying to get all these together so that when I go to order concrete, we can do 4 or 5 sections at a time. Then I got to this one, I'm like, well, I don't want us to pay for it, replace it, and then if I drive a tow truck over it, or somebody say, hey, why didn't we charge them, since they're the ones that destroyed it, I was kind of in limbo on it, so. Want your guys' opinion.
Have we looked at recommending an area that he could park off the street in his?
I haven't, I don't know where.
He's got a drive right at the back of his house. And we have sent a letter to him. And they came in with response that he is not driving over that sidewalk and he did not damage the sidewalk.
It would look better.
If this were an episode of Maury, that's all I'm gonna say.
No ideas?
Well, and again, he is just a driver. He just drives for it. But we have
both sides of it, right?
Yes.
The sidewalk probably was not in the best of shape to begin with, and I'm sure
And we have,
the vehicle driving over it's not helpful.
and we have in the past had 50-50 on the homeowner putting 50% in on repairing sidewalks.
I'd like to do a little more.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah, I wasn't expecting like it, definitely, I just,
suggest that he find a spot to park it, similar to what I do on the street.
Yeah.
But I think there isn't, never mind.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Couple more things real quick. AWA, which is Alliance Water, is putting on a course in conjunction with IDEM. They've never done a course like this before, but it is for your drinking water license. It's a 32-hour course, Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 4. You go in person, and it's like a test prep or exam prep to be able to take the test to get your license. There's also like 18 hours of homework and a couple other like online sessions. But once you do the Monday through Thursday, you actually take your test with IDEM on Friday. IDEM will be in person there, proctor you to take your test. They've never done anything like this before. The cost of that is $500 since we're not a member of Alliance. I would like to get your guys' permission for me to go take that course to try to get my WT3 license.
Is there anyone else that's close enough to getting your license? This would be
Not
beneficial
this.
to?
Teague would be the next closest. Teague's taken the test once.
Yes, he has enough time.
And he has enough time also, yes. So yeah, Teague would be the next person.
Would it, if we sent both of you, what would that do to the utility department as far as manpower?
In November, probably not much other than leaf pickup, which depending on what the weather does, and it changes. And the only other issue I see with that is Teague and I are the only fully certified operators in gas. So to send both of us out of town at the same time is kind of iffy, but we have USDI if something does happen. I mean, everybody else is on-call certified to deal with emergencies, but to send to,
Where is it?
I think Greenwood.
Southside.
I would imagine for them doing this being the first time they do it, I would imagine they would do it again. You know,
I would make a motion to approve they go to this course, and I will leave it up to Brandon's discretion if both should go at the same time.
I will second that motion. Actually,
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
yes.
Roger,
Yes.
and Chad.
Yes.
all right, one last quick thing. I was gonna bring it to your guys' attention. I don't know if you know or not, but we paid off the Freightliner dump truck. We paid it off this month. Yeah, paid it off. So I went ahead and got quotes on our next piece of equipment that I think we need out there, which is a skid steer. I didn't know if you guys wanted to approve to go ahead and get with the bond bank and look at the interest rates and stuff like that. I got a quote from Reynolds, which is, they fall under the state bid. I got a quote for a 325 track machine with a power rake and a rotary cutter. So like a big bush hog, so we can start maintaining some of these ditch lines and stuff that we need to do. It came in at $94,900, which I didn't think was that bad. If you look at just the machine,
It's actually not.
it's not.
No, that's
The machine itself, without the state bid, is $107,000. And that's just the machine only. The state bid gets a really good discount.
Yeah, we just got one and it wasn't cheap either.
No, and you can get a wheeled machine for a little bit cheaper, but Brian, you know, the track machine's just a better machine.
We're gonna
Yeah.
try to maintain some of the speed
Yeah.
banks in our right of ways.
Yeah.
Packaging, that's a better machine.
Yeah. So,
Do they have a sweeper attachment for that? Since we, you know.
so the problem with that is after renting the street sweeper that we did for the village fair and how fast it filled up, I don't think we'd ever keep up with one on the front of the skid steer.
Right.
It doesn't hold enough.
Right.
It just doesn't.
They have the same thing up at Fulton.
It does. It's good for small parking lots, stuff like that, but I don't think we would ever keep up. You'd have a guy 365 days trying to clean the streets.
Do they have a milling attachment for that?
They have all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I know.
So that, I mean, it opens up, the skid steer that we have currently is just an older machine. It's only got like 300 hours on it. It's just older and it doesn't do, we have a trencher for it, but it doesn't have the power to run the trencher half the time.
So that would be surplus equipment then?
Well, Reynolds was gonna try to come out this week or next week and get us a trade-in price on it, and see what Pat can do for us on trade-in on that one.
So we need to.
Will the trencher that you guys have, will that work on the new one, right? I
Yeah, it will.
assume, but I
Yeah.
just wanted to make
Then
sure.
it opens us up, and, I mean, there's all kinds of attachments,
Right.
which just opens us up in the future to have more and more stuff we can do. So,
So you're just looking to get quotes on from the bond bank?
yeah, I think that's how the process works. You guys just need to be able to vote to pursue the bond bank to see what our interest rates and stuff like that would be.
I would make a motion to pursue with the bond bank to get quotes on financing.
Second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yeah.
Chad.
Yes.
All right, that's all I got, unless you guys got something for me.
I don't have anything.
Do you think we need to increase our staff at the present time
I could
by
use,
one person?
I could use another person. I would, depends on how bad the winter is, if we wanna do it in the fall or do it in the spring. But we're not gonna know how bad the winter is, honestly. I mean, if we wanted to go ahead and try to do it now and we have a bad winter, it's really gonna help us out. I mean, you know, all of us, we work a lot of hours if it snows. To have another person to put in rotation would help.
Can we look at our, the feasibility of that on our, with our income and expenditures? We'll look at that.
Okay, sounds good, thank you.
Are you looking at full-time or a part-time?
I would do full.
Okay.
Marks. She's right there.
I just have a couple updates. All outstanding field use agreements have been signed and taken care of. And then I just want to thank the utility department. They got a ton of work projects done last week. The new playground equipment, new piece of playground equipment was installed over at Brookside. They removed the volleyball court over at Woodward, filled it in with dirt, and then we're gonna plant grass seed in the fall. And then the ball fields at Brookside are brown again instead of green and full of grass. So they put in a ton of work last week, and I just want to thank them for that. That's all I have.
Thank you. Oh, okay. RDC.
We did not meet this month, so I have no update.
Okay. No office administration. Clerk treasurer report.
Okay. Lisa has been working on, we have, several people in Fishersburg that are not paying their sewer bill again. So in the past, Brandon and the guys have called in locates and they go out and mark it, and then people that are afraid they're getting their sewer shut off will come in and pay their bill. So it's not working for some people. I don't know legally, can you put a lien for sewer?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so
No property tax.
okay, so I discussed with Jenny today, because I had had a discussion with Michelle Davis from Crone. I'm going to get her started on that. We have one that owes $800 and some and their bill's only $61.55 a month. So,
Full months.
my other questions for you too, Jeff, can you do it for storm as well?
Yes.
Okay, so that takes care of my list that you guys got sent out today.
Yeah.
I wanna remind you guys, we have the special meeting already scheduled for September 2nd at the Lions Club at 6:30 for the gas utility. I also want to see if we cannot schedule another one next week. I forget what it's for, Brian. Stony Creek?
Yes, a potential merger with Stony Creek Township.
So if you guys could look at your calendars and get me a date for next week, the earliest we could do it would be Tuesday evening.
We cannot do Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday is the fire territory, all hands on deck.
Oh, it is, yes.
At 6 PM at the South Madison Fire Station.
So it looks
Now,
like,
it's not everybody has to be there, but they want as many as of us there that can make it.
so Tuesday and Thursday.
I'm not down Thursday. What day you have down? Thursday. Chad, any,
I was supposed to be on vacation that week.
Next week?
Huh?
Next week?
Yes, or well,
No,
the week of the
This is
1st.
next week,
This is next week.
Oh, this is next week?
yeah, we need
Oh.
one this next week for the
The
Stony Creek.
26th or the 28th.
Okay, yeah, that works. Either one.
So we'll
26th, work for everyone?
Yep.
what time do you wanna do it?
2 o'clock.
Nobody's gonna be here then.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Always thinking about yourself, aren't you?
I know.
6:30 work?
Sure.
Is that gonna be here? Lions Club, here's the Lions Club.
Yes, we'll do it here at the Lions Club.
6 o'clock.
Mhm.
Teresa, can you just elaborate what is the special meeting, and is it open to the public, or is it just?
Special meetings are open to the public. The only meetings that are not open to the public is executive meetings.
And can you just express what is that? Intention of that meeting?
The Stony Creek merger
Yeah, and the other one, and the September 2nd one.
is part of the process of the gas sale. You can elaborate, I don't know exactly what is this meeting for the gas sale.
Yeah,
You have the process.
citizens will be here, it's a requirement as part of the sale, citizens will be here to give a presentation.
On exactly what's gonna happen.
Yes.
Okay.
Rates, all that.
Right.
So it would be a good one for public community people to come to?
They're all public meetings are
Yes.
for
it would be-
everybody to come
yes.
to.
Right,
Yes,
that's what I'm
Stephanie.
saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is a public hearing for the gas thing too, so they can ask questions and.
Yes, the second. Yes.
Okay, my next thing is,
6:30.
I also have a memo,
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Gary,
Sorry.
I have a memorandum of executive session I need you guys to vote on. And it was for the July 30th executive session, that no subject matter was discussed other than the subject matter specified in the public notice for said executive session. So I do need a vote on that.
I will make a motion to approve the July 30th executive session.
I'll second. Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
The next thing I have is, approval of minutes for July 17th and July 30th.
Anyone have any questions on those?
Nope.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from July 17th, 2025 and July 30th, 2025. Second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
The last thing I have is, the AIM conference is going to be October 21st through the 23rd. If you're not familiar with what AIM is, Google it. They put on a lot of classes for us. It looks like the classes that we have to attend will have to do with our favorite Senate Bill 1. So there was quite a bit of training when I went last week to the ILNCT. They are trying to sort through it because it's kind of messy. So that's all I have.
calendar, just a reminder that the FEMA meeting is tomorrow. 10:30.
10:30.
Who needs to attend that meeting?
Chief, where is that meeting?
It will be at the EMA building dispatch.
I will be less than 2 miles from that. I can go attend.
Thank you.
We're assigned an individual room. I don't remember off the top of my head which room it is.
Okay, approval of claims. Everyone had a chance to look at them.
Yes, I will make the motion to accept the claims, approve the claims as presented.
I'll second.
Brian,
Abstain.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Approval of allowance docket.
I'll make the motion to approve the allowance docket.
I'll second.
Brian,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Roger,
Yes.
Chad.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Sorry, just had a question, because this Pam's first meeting, and then neither one of us knew, we both asked each other, what's the merger of Stony, just for clarification, what was the merger of Stony Creek or something? Whatever that
We are, the town of Lapel and Stony Creek Township are looking to possibly merger. The reasoning for that is the Anderson Water Utility that is trying to come this way, it would help stop that. And until the fire department was approved for the merger, it was also to help that. In doing that, we can get our residency over 3,500. Senate Bill 1, you cannot do anything unless you're over 3,500 people. We can't do anything with our levies. We can't do anything with lit. We have to go beg the county for any of that money.
And that will get us above that threshold.
Yes.
So basically, it's starting a new government entity.
If you have questions on it, you can Google. It's a process. It's the Consolidation and Modernization of Government Act for the state of Indiana.
So basically, we still are Lapel.
Yes.
It would still be Lapel.
Yes.
It wouldn't change.
It's Lapel's going to be bigger.
Just government.
Essentially,
Got it.
Stony Creek Township will become unincorporated Lapel. And there would be new districts, new board. And this gets, if it gets through Stony Creek and Lapel, it gets voted on by the public in an election.
It's about a 2-year process.
So it would replace the town council, the advisory boards, all of that?
Yes.
They'd all be brand new.
And this is where the non-contiguous falls into place to help avoid that.
Yes.
And it wouldn't be at-large elections anymore, it would be districted?
You could set it up either way.
It's
You could set it up with districts and at large persons, or you could set it up as all districts. You could do it like Anderson. They have, well, I shouldn't say do it like Anderson, sorry. That was a misnomer there. But towns will set up certain areas, like you would have 5 districts and 3 or 4 at-large persons that would run for the whole town. I think like Lance Stevenson is an at-large council member up there. Same way with the county council. There are districts and there are at-large.
Will all of this be discussed at the meeting to
Yes.
where people, it'll be totally laid out for people to understand?
Oh, there's 2 years of public hearings for this, and then it goes on
One
a
meeting and done now.
an actual major, like you can't do it on an off-year election. It has to be done on a major presidential or
It just seemed like a really big.
Right, yeah.
So 28,
Almost
it'll
nowhere
be
for
at
me.
least like 28.
Okay.
Yes, it's a long process, but you got to get it started, and that's what we're doing.
This is part of our trying to work around the SB1, right? And not
which
lose a lot of money.
live update. As of this moment right now, they still haven't given us our reports to be able to do a budget.
Yeah. So
Right.
it puts us in a very hard place. This way we'll have, yes, it will be a better system, I think, in the long run.
For anybody, the most recent community in the area that did this was Sheridan. So they did it, I think, 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if somebody could do a little something to explain whatever this is, because I think there's gonna be a lot of confusion, you know what I mean?
There
Just
will be a
like
lot of public hearings.
Yes,
The
it's,
special meeting is just for us to pass a resolution to
pursue it.
start the
Yeah.
process.
And it stops the Anderson.
And it stops the Anderson. If both
Because-
us and Stony Creek Township pass a resolution, it stops Anderson from being able to come this way until the process is over.
Basically,
The
what
water.
really necessitated it was the water.
yeah, if
They want
Anderson
to-
gets those water rights, Anderson then can annex the entire area.
They want to take half of Stony Creek Township for their water district. And we actually, as we just talked about earlier tonight, we need that to possibly, some of the sites that we looked at are in that particular area for a new well. Yeah, it seems like it's a ways out there, but you've got to go where the water is.
Is there concern about what just passed where Anderson, like you were saying, where Anderson can
Yes.
take non-contiguous
Yes.
land if they have a project?
Yes.
This is a protection for that too, because it,
Has there been any suggested project?
that's the, we never know.
The water rights is the start of.
Yes.
Of the data center?
12 years ago, when we did the voluntary annexation, it was Anderson was up to something and they wouldn't tell us what.
Yeah.
So.
You lose your water, you lose your town.
Yep.
That's why they wanted to annex 17,000 acres of water back in 12,
Yes, 12.
2012.
Which is what they're also trying to do
Just a
with
small
Middleton.
amount. Just a small amount,
Just a little.
Yes.
just a little.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to do it with Marpleville.
Right.
They're basically trying to take a lot of
The county.
water rights around. Yeah, essentially, yes. Council member comments and concerns?
Okay, since we're talking about letting the folks know, and there's how many online tonight? Don't know.
One
One
currently.
Well, I'm gonna,
I have 6.
But
Yes,
you
yes.
you can go back and watch it anytime you would like, Gary. It's the magic of the internet.
this is just for the folks that aren't up to date on we were talking about the fire territory. Now that we've got that, it is approved, and we can start that situation. What it will mean is the Lapel station, the Markleville station, the Ingalls station, and Pendleton will have 6 for full-time, 4 full-time firefighters and 2 full-time paramedics on station 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be 11 full-time firefight, 8 full-time firefighters and 3 paramedics, full-time at Pendleton. So what that means is the response time is down to like 90 seconds, out from the time you get that call to the time they're out the door. And if you have a major fire in this area, you will have 26 firefighters and multiple pieces of equipment on route within 90 seconds. So it's better, it's somewhat, I know we've always relied on volunteer fire departments, and at times, even now, Lapel is one of the better volunteer fire departments in the state. However, as we have found, volunteers are hard to come by now. So this will give us a full-time fire department. And I just want to say, we used to know back in the day when we had volunteers, we used to know where everybody lived right here in town. Now, what did Tom say? 33% of our volunteers don't even live out of district. So it becomes very, very hard. This way it will help our fire department and our fire situation.
In addition to that, it will be advanced life support
Yes,
ambulance, which
ALS.
is the best ambulance service you can get.
How many did you say will be here in Lapel?
6.
6, okay. When you said that, I thought you meant dispersed with those 4 places.
No.
It'll eventually be 81 total amongst the 4 stations.
Yep.
Awesome.
With the prior proposal, there was a special assessment that was discussed. Will that still be in effect with this new situation?
Yes,
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 At the same rate?
yes.
As far as we know, the same rate.
Yes, they are actually talking about close to that. It may even be a little bit less, but the numbers aren't, we're gonna find out that these meetings, coming up in the end of August and September, that what's gonna happen exactly. Because we had to postpone getting the budget started. So now we have to compress 5 months of work into 5 weeks. So the folks over there have been doing a lot of heavy duty numbers crunching. So, okay, that's all I got.
Is
Sorry.
that meeting, sorry,
Sorry.
is that meeting open to the public for the, or is that just specifically for you guys? That's coming up at South Madison?
I think that's just an us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Okay, our next meeting will be September 18th, 2025 at 7 PM, right here, Lions Club. Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Please stop down here and sign the
Sign
stuff
all
real
the
quick so
things.
we can get it.